Well, it's happening. Now that Kevin McCarthy is no longer Speaker of the House, do you know who's being floated? Donald Trump. Yes, your nightmare just got even worse. And apparently this is something he's considering, to serve as an interim Speaker of the House. Now, how he'll fit this in between the trial, and trial. Did I say that the right number of trials? Who knows? And rallies, and who knows what else will come up. His golfing schedule. I don't know. But Sean Hannity reported this is something Republicans are seriously considering. And Trump may be considering it on an interim basis as well. As a reminder, the Constitution doesn't say the Speaker of the House has to be someone who's in the House of Representatives already. It just has to be someone elected by the House of Representatives. Very strange. Here we go.
And welcome to Hannity. History on Capitol Hill tonight. 8 Republican lawmakers joining all 208 House Democrats to remove Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker, the first time in our nation's history. And McCarthy will not seek the speakership again. Now, sources telling me at this hour some House Republicans have been in contact with and have started an effort to draft former President Donald Trump to be the next speaker. And I have been told that President Trump might be open to helping the Republican Party, at least in the short term, if necessary, if it's needed. Anyway, now heard from a number of people.
Why would that be needed? America, I say again, please, do you want this mayhem or what we saw the first 2 years of Biden's presidency when Democrats had a majority in the House? Actual policy achievements.
Well, I know for a fact Donald Trump has been contacted about possibly him being an interim speaker. Is that a reality?
I don't know. He'd be great, but I want Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. If he wants to be speaker,
well,
great.
He would still, I'll be clear.
I want him to be president of the United States.
President. He's still going to be running for president. Right.
That's where we need him, is at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. If he wants to be speaker, then that's fine too.
All right.
Then that's fine too. Why is he treating being Speaker of the House like the lead in Annie in the Park Theater? Sure, you know what? Throw him in the lead. I don't care. There's only going to be 5 people out in the field watching this anyways. It's the Speaker of the House. If he wants to do that, sure, give it to him. And it shows you it's more important for the audience of Fox News, at least Jim Jordan thinks so, to show them that Jim Jordan is so pro-Trump. Trump can do whatever he like. I would never interfere with him being in a position he's not qualified for and doesn't even make sense logistically. I just want you to know that Trump's more important than the government functioning effectively and having someone there that could lead effectively. So bizarre. What a bizarre situation we're in. My goodness. And then here was Trump getting asked about this as he was at one of his trials, his civil fraud trial in New York.
Who should be Speaker?
Who should be Speaker, Mr. President?
A lot of people have been calling me about Speaker. All I can say is we'll do whatever's best for the country and for the Republican Party.
Would you take a job?
Great people.
Marjorie Taylor.
We have some great people.
Would you take a job?
A lot of people have asked me about it. I'm focused. You know, we're leading. I don't know you. I'm sure you don't read too much in the papers. But we're leading by like 50 points for president. You know, my focus is totally on that. If I can help them during the process, I would do it. But we have some great people in the...
What does that mean? Someone explain that to me. If I could help during the process. They're so incompetent, they can't find someone to help during the process who already is in the House of Representatives, or just pick a speaker as all these other Congresses have been able to do effectively and easily and quickly without them being ousted 200 something days later. Here was Marjorie Greene on X saying the only candidate for speaker I am currently supporting is President Donald J. Trump. He will end the war in Ukraine. He will secure the border. He will end the politically weaponized government. He will, and it goes on and ends with her saying he will make America great again. And then, by the way, Jim Jordan has thrown his hat in the ring to be Speaker of the House himself. And this was before he had done that officially, Hannity pressing him on it.
To do. I thought that was happening, and frankly, I thought what happened to Speaker McCarthy was not fair.
Okay, next question. Have people been coming to you asking you if you'd consider being speaker, and would you consider it?
Look, I'm going to leave that to the conference. Of course, I've talked to colleagues, or colleagues have come to me and talked to me about that. But this is a decision for the conference. And I don't think it. I don't think.
By the way, they're
look,
coming
Steve's
to me
a great guy.
asking
He's
me
given
on your behalf, and I'm like, I can't speak for my friend Jim Jordan. Can I take that as you would be open to it?
I think it's a conference decision. I think Steve would also be a great speaker.
So he has now said he's interested, and probably pretty likely he could get it, because I don't know where the moderate Republicans are going to fall on this, but definitely the Matt Gaetz part of the party is happy with Jim Jordan. Last thing on the subject of a potential Donald Trump speakership, Christie had this to say.
I say to them, decide who you want to be president, who you think is the best, most competent, most responsible person to be president. And then there's some of the few people who actually have the resources to give that person a chance. But everybody wants to be careful. I'm tired of everybody being careful. I'm out here not being careful. I'm the only one on that stage that didn't raise my hand and say I'd support a convicted felon, and I got booed by 5,000 people in Milwaukee. I don't care, because it's right. Really, we want a convicted felon to be president of the United States? And then you had some jokers on the Hill yesterday saying, make him speaker. Who are these people?
We have to point out, even though I like Chris Christie's tone, I like the words he speaks these days, he also, like we talked about with Kevin McCarthy, assisted in allowing this unserious governance to become so prominent within his party in his endorsement of and support for Donald Trump for the years that preceded now, currently, and his switch, sort of post January 6th, I guess. But it is true, some jokers on Capitol Hill making that suggestion. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show and get a bonus show on the weekends, you can do so by going to lukebeasleyshow.com/membership. That's lukebeasleyshow.com/membership, and there's a link in the description.